So this will be also, of course, with my podcast, right? It wouldn't be me if I didn't talk about MS. So let's talk about MS. Welcome to episode 3 of 300. I am your host, Virginia Michelle, B Michelle for short. Um, so yes, let's talk about having a chronic illness and what it did to my life. I've never been sick. Never been sick. Never been hospitalized. I was really a healthy kid for the most part. I mean, from what I thought. But now as I look at it, I'm like, probably not the best. Things just exhausted me a lot. I had a lot of just fatigue. And it just makes sense because that's just the biggest symptom that I have with MS is fatigue and being exhausted and all of that. And so talking about, and it's probably going to be like more of a health overview because I have a few chronic conditions that I have to deal with every day. And then some sporadically and whatnot. So just overall, view of health. First things first, I want to make it a very big notion that you need to be healthy to have a good life. And health from different angles, whether it's physical, mental, spiritual. All those layers of your health needs to be together. And when it's not together, it's really one of those things where you can't function. And you're not going to be happy. And you're going to be sad and you're going to be depressed because whatever you're dealing with, and it's crazy because people will tell you things like, well, at least it's not cancer. Like, that's the only thing that makes you sick. Like, what is wrong with people? Like, I never knew how insensitive people were until I got sick. The crazy amount of things that people have told me during this journey, and I really have to eat it because they don't know. You don't know. You just don't know. You don't know no better. And that's what I really take a lot of people distasteful statements to me as they just don't know no better. And so because they don't know no better, that's just what it is. Um but yes, people have said some crazy things to me during this journey that I just couldn't fathom. But then also, and all right, y'all about to get this transparency in this podcast because this is my, it's what I can do. But the honesty is that, especially in our community, when people get sick, no one stopped. No one stopped. No one really. I missed my grandma so much during that time because I knew she would have stopped everything and she would have been at every appointment. She would have been at every hospitalization. She wouldn't have cared about no COVID. She wouldn't have cared about none of that. Like, it was so hard to be battling with something, but you're losing one of your best support systems at the same time. It was so hard. And that's another piece and layer of my life at that time that people really didn't understand. And then again, like, I don't think people put the layers together of what I was dealing with. Like, I have a chronic condition that nobody knows nothing about. I'm the first one around here with this thing that I know of. And my grandmother is dying. And I'm going through a breakup. And I had a Oh yeah, y'all, my life was trash. I ended up getting a DUI. That's a whole nother story. Um, yeah, so I had that. What else was going on? I was in my master's program, so almost getting kicked out because of the DUI. It was just so much going on. And you know, the crazy part about it is I still showed up for people. Like, I remember planning a whole birthday party with my best friend. I remember going to another birthday party for one of my friends. Um and still showing up for people when I was having all of that going on. And I was just taking it as, it was funny because I was taking it as, oh my God, well, as long as people do, like, I accepted bare minimum for people for a very long time. Very, very long time. Like, friendships, relationships, you really didn't have to do much because I'm a person of, again, optimism. I'm a person of gratitude. Like, I accept every little thing that people give me. Like, I tell people all the time, like, you don't have to call me. Like, I like talking on the phone. So if you want to call me, you can call me. But you don't have to call me. Send me a text message. It's perfectly fine. Just to say, hey, checking on you. Like, you don't know how much I carry that with me. Like, I remember the people who were having those conversations with me during that time. And even if they didn't even know what they were doing, like, just talking to me at that time, because I was losing it. I was depressed for about a year and a half. No one knew it, but like every day going to sleep, crying my eyes out, miserable, unhappy. And I hope people will take this journey of mine, or I can teach people how to really see the people in their lives and see what they're going through, and understanding that, yeah, you may be going through a lot, but you don't know what people are going through and what they're not telling you. And I think I had hit a breaking point, especially moving away. I hit a breaking point of, I'm not going to pretend to be something just to make people comfortable. Like in my last episode, I mentioned what my coach told me, and she said she's not going to sacrifice herself to pacify others. And that's what I've been doing, even with a chronic condition. Like, I am sick and I'm still worried about how other people feel, how not to come off rude, how not to come off as, insensitive, or all these different things that I was still trying to be cognizant of, as I'm dealing with my body basically telling me, girl, you done fucked up. Like, I don't know what happened when YMS came, but it really was one of those moments where I had to realize that no, no, I'm not about to keep pretending that I'm okay when I'm not, because it makes other people uncomfortable. Like, I'm reflecting on my last year, from October to March last year, of just all of the health things I had to go through. But again, realizing that I didn't even tell people really what was going on. Like, I was on my deathbed. Like, I was bleeding out. My hemoglobin dropped to a 6. And my body started crashing because my MS flared up. Like, it was a lot going on. And I'm a black woman in health. And they still is telling me, like, oh, it's just a bad period. No, it's not. And y'all are really about to let me go. But no, we're not doing that. So it was really one of those things where I kept to myself, because, and I remember, I'm like, I'm not going to tell nobody because I don't want to make nobody nervous, because I already can see the scaredness on my parents' eyes of what I was doing. 1 minute I'm walking fine, and next minute I'm using a cane. 1 minute I'm going to work and I'm working perfectly fine. and now I have to get picked up from work and sent to the and go to the emergency. Like, it's really was those things where a lot of people didn't know how bad it was. And then I had to come back to work because no one's taking care of me. No one was making sure my bills were paid, making sure I could take care of myself, making sure that I had things and necessities that I needed. So, like, I had to work. And it was so many different pieces going on at that time that I still was thinking about other people. Well, I'm not going to bother nobody, or I'm not going to tell nobody, or I don't want people to be scared of anything. Like, I'm fine, I'll be okay. And plus, honestly, if we want to keep it a buck, honestly, I really didn't think people cared. And people say they care, but people don't know how to show that they care. Like, one of the things that I operate in is, if you pop in my head, I'm reaching out. If, if I just think, just randomly think about you, I'm reaching out, because you never know. You just never know. Why did that person pop in? Why? It was a why to that. And just really moving in that way. But then I also realized that people don't move like that. And one of the favorite memes that I see is what when they say, they put it on different pictures, but it was like, don't expect you from other people. Like, you can't expect you from other people. That ain't how this works. And it's just sad. It's just really sad, because I've shown up for people in times and in spaces that they wouldn't believe what I was going through. And a lot of that was because I viewed what I was going through as not as important. Like, it's funny because I used to be like, well, I don't have kids, da, 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 da. But no, like, that has nothing to do with nothing, because just like everybody else, I was active in my 20s too. So if you didn't want a kid, you didn't have, like, it. Yeah, I ain't gonna go down that rabbit hole. But I really hope that I can, with my journey, help people, not only people with the condition, but the people around the people with the condition. Because a lot of it is, and they may not tell you this, but we talk about it amongst ourselves, is that people are buttholes and people are inconsiderate. And just like, when people say they have a condition, is not a cute little label. It's like, no, this is real life, my life, and I really have to change things. Like, I've lost so many people close to me because they didn't want to respect my change. They didn't want to respect the fact that, like, and even people will say things like, I'm different. Yeah. Like, you tell me how you would be if you have something that's attacking your brain and your spine every day. I'll wait. That's my whole life source that I have to support, and I have to figure out how to keep myself healthy, because no one's going to keep me healthy but me. And that just goes to understanding the support system that you have, that you need when you're going through a chronic condition, when you're going through a chronic crisis, when you're going through a health crisis, whatever you're going through. The support system that you need is so important. Like, being away from my significant other has been hard, especially after 3 months of having that support. If I'm not feeling good, he go gets me everything I need. I don't have to drag myself out and go to the store and then use energy that I don't have. And then now I'm possibly about to relapse and all these different things. So many different layers. But I appreciate him more than ever. More than ever. Like, this man, for the past over 6 months, so basically almost for the past year, really came into my life and showed me, like, one, I can be loved. Two, I deserve to be loved. And I deserve to be taken care of. And I deserve to still reach the goals that I want to reach, because I'm awesome. And MS don't stop nothing. but him just being that catalyst of like, yes, I want to support, yes, I want to help you. And he is literally the driver of our relationship, because he's like, I just want to have a good relationship, and that's what we do every day, is try to have a good relationship with each other. um but also understanding that I can go to him and I can tell him what I'm going through, but also having to get comfortable with somebody seeing me, because living with people who don't pay attention, um you can hide a lot of stuff, but he's not like that. Like, he's paying attention. So I can't hide, like, I can't pretend I don't feel good, or I can't pretend that my hand is numb for too long, because then I'll start dropping stuff and he'll be like, what's wrong with you? Like, that's the like 15 that you done dropped out your hand, and I have to tell him like, oh, my hand is messed up, or I'm in pain, that's why I'm uncomfortable, like, that's why I'm bothered. Like, really having him in my corner has been something that's great. And it doesn't have to be romantic though. Like, it can be anybody that's going to be there and go through the journey with you. Mine just having to be romantic because I want a family, and I'm about to start family planning pretty soon. So, we're coming up on 17 minutes. I'm trying to keep these episodes really short, because I'm really just rambling, y'all. I'm just trying to get me into a habit of recording, editing, publishing. So yes, so there would be a lot of um a lot of just content just coming out, just so I can say I had the content and I did it, so I can get in the habit. But yes, this was definitely a conversation I know we can expand on for health, because we can talk about health, we can talk about the support. Like, my current research project with my program talks about, we're going to talk about the social support of hospitalization, and that's very, very personal to me. So be on the lookout for that, especially my nerd friends that love to see projects and read my research and everything. So yes, so we're coming up on 18 minutes. That's a good time to stop, and I guess I will see, look, I gotta get on the visuals. I will talk to y'all in the next episode. See ya.